Welcome to Boards of Valor. I'm Elizabeth, and my throat kind of hurts, so if it's been scratchy, that is why. So this is my daily plan for the month of February, and the last week of January, I guess, because, you know, whenever this comes out is whenever this comes out, but this is the timeline for this setup. I want to try to be more mindful of pulling some friends for the last week, for the month. Just, this isn't, it's like a tarot deck TBR, but it isn't the same way I use TBRs. It isn't, I'm going to finish the it isn't sentence, I promise. Set in stone. This is 100% subject to change as I need it to, because that's how your tarot practice should work. It should be based on what you need from it. There's a few things that have been crossing my brain that want to come back into my attention, my focus. And this is definitely one of them. There is another deck that I really love that wants more attention, but maybe next month. Or maybe later in this month. We'll see. But actually, let's pull her in, because maybe she'll make a... Please ignore me, because I just hit the camera. I gender everything, so please... I gender inanimate objects more than probably I do towards people. So, yeah. I just realized my phone is on silent, so I really hope that doesn't affect sound. So we will introduce the other. So this is also a deck that wants to come into my attention, but we'll save her for the end, because she's awesome. All right, I already started this week, but Everyday Magic. Bakara used to do readings. She still does. They have an app now, but she would, I don't know if they use this still, but she would start by pulling this book to a random page and reading the Dear Universe incantation 3 times. And I find that is really helpful. I found it is really powerful. I obviously bought the book. And I used to do this a lot more. This is not feasible for me to be like a daily thing. I do think it is a wonderful weekly thing, and possibly like a mid-weekly check-in. And for us today, just for shits and giggles, if you want to take it, take it. Leave it, leave it. You're the only one who has power in your life is you. So I just randomly opened it, and it is cheerful. So we're going to read that 3 times, just so you can experience what I'm talking about. Dear Universe, allow me to be cheerful no matter what I am experiencing in my life. I understand that this energy is contagious, and it is the common thread that binds us all human beings. Us all as human beings. Cheerfulness goes a long way and exhibits the attitude that we are so fortunate to be alive at this point in time. So be it, so it is. Dear Universe, allow me to be cheerful no matter what I'm experiencing in my life. I understand that this energy is contagious and is the common thread that binds us all as human beings. Cheerfulness goes a long way and exhibits the attitude that we are so fortunate to be alive at this point in time. So be it, so it is. Dear Universe, allow me to be cheerful no matter what I am experiencing in my life. I understand that this energy is contagious and is the common thread that binds us all as human beings. Cheerfulness goes a long way and exhibits the attitude that we are so fortunate to be alive at this point in time. So be it, so it is. Definitely a time that doesn't seem so fortunate. So I like this message. Anyway, and then for our very wholesome message, we're also going to include a sassy message, because we cannot just be wholesome. We need some sass. And this is spiritual as fuck. I had a reading by the Cosmic Space Witch. She used this. I purchased it at the end of the reading because this is the coolest thing ever. It comes with a little card holder. But these are just lovely, sassy things that tell you exactly what you need to hear. They're so profoundly on point, and I just love them. And we're going to pull one. We're going to pull one from everything today because we're just having fun. Seeing the decks that I feel drawn to work with this month, or this coming month, whenever this publishes. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. I'm going to read that again because I think it needs to be said again. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. Even if you've acted like a big ol' asshole, you still deserve to be around people who see the goodness in you and point it out. If they find you hard to love, they ain't your people. Extra credit, someone pointing out that you've acted like an asshole doesn't mean they don't love you. Figure it out if you're getting tough love or no love. You'll be way less of an asshole when you learn this. Tough love versus no love. Good point. Good point. So we love her. She's sassy. We don't want to leave her alone because we love her. Anyway, if you will probably notice if you decide to stay here, catch phrases of things like inception into my brain. So I don't know where they come from most of the time, but like my brain just absorbs things like inception style. And again, I'm trying to learn the seasons, the witchy seasons of the year. All right, this color's gorgeous. And this is for Imbolc, which is in February. I have a little cheat sheet, February 1st, on the deck. So we're bringing this out probably for the month of February, maybe into March. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar for when the seasons overlap. But yeah, so we're going to use her as the witchy seasonal deck. What do you say now? We will get a card for the collective just to like introduce the cards I'm using. That was sassy. Sometimes I shuffle horizontal, sometimes I shuffle vertical because I crochet. And sometimes the width of this card, I can do both, but it's just sometimes easier to do it vertically. I would call that vertically. I don't know if that's correct. Because it doesn't make my hand have to stretch as far. And my hand is already a little sensitive from crocheting. So we got arts and crafts. If I had a laugh track to put on behind this, I would do that now because I was just talking about crochet. It is number 5. Nothing exists without the essence of spirit. May it be whispers or chants. Your energy is what brings life to all that you create. And then we would check the little book. I haven't used this deck as much. So some of them, amazing. Other ones, I feel like their guidebook is just okay. Like the Maven one is the one that hits the hardest so far. That one's like number 1. Independence, creating your vision, getting involved. And then we're just going to repeat the little phrase that's already on the card. Bring her up close. Arts and crafts comes to you when you are trying to manifest your vision using other people's means and methods instead of creating something for yourself. This card asks, why buy artwork when you can paint or purchase clothes when you can sew your own? Or purchase clothes when you can sew your own. Sorry, I said that weird. There is no shortage of modern conveniences, but eliminating yourself from the crafting process reduces your chances of finding exactly what you're looking for. Don't cut yourself short thinking you don't have the skill to bring your ideas and visions to life, because skills can be learned and mastered. So it goes on to say, if in a love reading, make sure you're voicing your wants and needs to avoid resentment down the line. So you're not dissolving into the other person. for money, a lazy attitude towards financial comfort, and a desire for other people to take care of you. It can indicate a feeling of always expecting others to fix your mistake rather than taking responsibility. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet and start building. Get more involved in a cause you believe in. Is there an injustice that is troubling you? Perhaps it's time for you to speak up, as you may have a perspective and potential ideas that could make a difference in someone else's life. That was very lovely. I still can't believe an arts and crafts card popped out while I was chatting about crochet, but here we are. Magic is real. I'm just gonna clear that and put it away. And then finally, brand new to my collection, the tarot deck I plan to use because I am so excited it's here. And that is the Craft Felt Tarot by Gianna Lucci? I don't know. And then the Book of Haikus. So this is this gorgeous, gorgeous hand-cut felt Rider-Waite-Smith. Can you tell? I haven't shuffled. This did not come in order. I did put it in order, so let's see what she wants to say to us. She's very slippery, as you can see, which I like. I love the backs of these cards. I joined this like right before I think it funded. So I do believe the backs were different initially, and then they were changed to this, and it just makes me so happy. I feel like this is like a hugs. All right, I need to sit differently. So this, we got the moon. The moon for me is oftentimes something is being spotlighted, but there's other things we don't fully understand going on in the background. Something is in the spotlight and we don't understand. We don't have all the information. Something's being highlighted. We don't have all the information. Or how are you limiting yourself? How are you holding back your true potential, your true self? Like, think of the wild fish jumping, usually the wild dog. And then there's the domesticated dog. Like, how are you holding back your wild self to fit in with the confines of society? And again, are you holding back because you know you're missing information that would fortify the reason for your acting? And let us just go and visit. Creatures deep and wild surface to sleep shores, seeking light of awareness. So what is in the depths of your soul that wants to come out right now? You might not have all the information at the moment to act upon it. And it might involve creativity and crafting, or expressing yourself and not feeling limited by the skills you could acquire. And not letting people who don't love you hold you back. Because tough love and no love are different. Oh my God, I love her. And then we're just gonna get her ready to go in her box, and we're gonna introduce another star. This might be, 8 of Cups might be a message for someone. I don't know. I just always pay it. Listen, when I'm like, I'm done, sometimes the deck speaks still. We acknowledge the card and we move on. And that is what we're doing right now. And this is Sparkle Pogs by Moon Pumpkin. They have a Etsy shop. So I have, you can just get the backpack with the original set. I have all the expansion sets, and they come with a few little extras. I have 2. You can pick your Pog Slammer. I have 2. Like, I've gotten more than one thing from them at a time, so I fired 2 in my ordering. I used to just put these in a bag and pick them, so then I ended up getting the caboodle kit just so I could kind of pick them and just grab whatever seems right after. I don't know if you can hear me over the jostling. But yeah, so this is the, I don't remember what kit this is. Maybe like Metamorphosis. So there's a few different kits. And then this is like the original set. It's going to have this back. We have the Halloween set. Satanic Panic. And then there are a few tarot cards. So I'm just going to grab 3. I'm closing my eyes. We got Strength is 1. Talk to the Hand. And this one, Fly. So these also feel very aligned to what we were just talking about. I have used them. The guidebook comes with ways to pull them, as well as like stacking them up and using the slammer and like whatever one's turn you pick up. But I'm so scared of losing them that way terrifies me. I've done it a few times though. So I feel like these are also very reminiscent of the moon and the tough love. And yeah. So Strength is kind of like taming that wild, but how are you showing strength when you're taming your wild? Like, how do you balance the line between taming your wild instincts and letting them fly? Talk to the Hand is very much probably saying, like, if you're not for me, why are you here? If this person isn't for me, why are they here? Are they showing me tough love? Or are they being mean? And if they're mean, talk to the Hand. Peace out. Fly. How best can you incorporate your wild to be your best self, to not let the haters bring you down, and do your best in whatever endeavor is pushing you forward? Whatever craft is calling you to learn its skills. Astrology is calling me, so I need to be better at actually like doing my lessons for all the things I signed up to. So that is what the Pogs have said to say to us today. I love this, despite the fact that I just did that. This is something that feels warm and cuddly in my heart, even though it's sassy. I've never not had a sassy. I feel like anytime I use these, they have a little bit of sass with them. But I feel like the nostalgia this fulfills in my soul is from a very sassy place. Like, this hits the sassiest of the sassy nostalgia vibes. But anyway, these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tools that I would like to use more in February. Let me know what tools are calling you to use. And I hope you have a great month, beginning of the year. It's rough out there. Stay kind to yourself.